Hey, Riley.
Hey, Colin.
Colin.
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you again with Marathon. Looking forward to continuing our partnership.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Good. Yourself?
Good. Yeah. So last time we talked, you were working on, in your free time, writing and illustrating a children's book. How's that going for you?
I gave it up.
You gave it up?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that. I was looking to get the first copy.
Nope. I give it up.
That's all right. Well, I know you're a busy guy, so I'm going to give you some value with our time together today. I'm here to help increase your internal revenue. You brought up the idea previously about implementing a full-service food option, and so I've conducted some research on the most profitable and most popular options for you. So if I said that I found some opportunities that could increase your annual net profits by up to $50,000, increase your customer loyalty, and increase the distinguishing factors of your convenience store, would you want to learn more?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
So exploring the competition in the Findlay area, you're competing against BP, Mobile, Meyer Fuel, Circle K, and to some extent, they're all working towards some sort of extended food option.
Correct.
So when you brought this up, you were right, you need to stick with the competition. And we need to make sure we find the right one that fits your needs, your goals, and the market conditions. So I've looked into Hunt Brothers Pizza, Little Caesars Pizza, Papa John's, like you recommended, as well as Subway, Crispy Crunchy Chicken, and Froyo. You ready to explore?
Sure.
All right. So we've been working together for about 6 months now. What are your general thoughts on this partnership?
6 months ago I made a $20,000 investment through the recommendations that Marathon had of the coffee bar, the walk-in cooler, and ATM machine, and it's definitely driven incremental sales inside my C-store, which was the goal. However, our expectations are off quite a bit, and my ROI was expected to be 6 months, and I think more 2 years by the time I recoup that $20,000 investment. So,
Okay.
Not extremely excited about that, but it's not, like I said, at least it's driving incremental traffic. It's not like my sales went down after the investment.
Right. So you're finding value, just not the expected value.
Correct.
Brilliant. So we'll talk about that a little bit later so I can address those concerns before we're done here today. In our past decisions, it's been just you and I working together. This time around, is there anyone else who should be brought into the process?
Still me.
All right, and let's roll. So Riley, how would you describe your typical customers?
I'd say it depends. Really anyone that drives, but in the morning you get your construction traffic, in the afternoon you get a variety of people coming home from work or coming home from school.
Okay. So would you say that in the morning and then post-work are your prime times?
Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. And for the individuals who enter your convenience store, what do they typically enter for?
Depends on the clientele, I guess, but your construction workers are buying their pops and chips and snacks for the day. A lot of people just come and buy gas and actually never come inside the convenience store, but then you've got your college students that are buying beer a lot of times, and then just a variety. There's obviously a need for food service at this point to drive more traffic inside the store.
So you want to drive more traffic inside the store. How do you think that would impact your business as a whole?
It's going to drive more traffic inside the store, so yeah.
More sales, hopefully?
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. And now at the moment, to what extent does your store engage with the community?
I'm active in the community. I'm not the mayor by any means, but I do get some local traffic and feel like we have a good reputation within the community.
If you're able to engage more with the community, increase that reputation, do you think it would have an impact on the big picture of your company?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see if we can do that. And now, community-based a little bit, how familiar are you with the current market trends towards more healthy food options?
I know the millennials like their healthy food options, but I don't know. I still feel like I have my fair share of customers buying Mountain Dew and chips every single day, so I don't know how trendy it really is.
All right, brilliant. So if you were able to provide more healthy food options, do you think you'd be able to better reach those millennials?
Potentially, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So when you're bringing in new products into the store, what are the attributes that are most important for you?
From a food service perspective, I really like the Hunt Brothers Pizza offering just because everyone loves pizza.
Mhm.
It's easy to implement. And they have a breakfast pizza offering so that for the construction workers, I'm able to offer them a food service product early in the morning
Yep.
for that breakfast traffic.
Okay. Are profit margins an important factor for you?
Yeah, of course. I mean, most food service offerings are, you're going to be higher profitable. It's just about minimizing the shrink and other stuff like that.
Right. So what are some of the highest in-store profit margin products that you currently have?
I mean, some of the CPG products, so your candy and stuff's at 40% a lot of times,
Mhm.
but food service is going to be close to that ideally.
Okay, so you're looking to get about a 40% in that range?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Lofty goals, but we can make it happen.
Yeah.
And with this new full-service food option, what times of the day are you hoping it to generate revenue for you? What do you think?
Really in the morning and afternoon, I guess.
Okay.
I mean, during peak hours.
During peak hours?
Yeah. As well as lunch. If I can pick up some more lunch traffic, that would be nice.
All right. And do you have ambitions to run it throughout the night or early in the morning? Or just
Not as
peak
of
hours?
now.
Okay. Brilliant. And how important is differentiation in distinguishing your store and bringing in new products?
Yeah, I think with the competition, it's critical.
Okay. Differentiation is critical. I agree. My final question is, what are your goals for the station over the next year?
Definitely get a food service offering implemented, and really learn and optimize my product offerings.
So, to make sure I'm understanding it all correctly, a partnership is adding value, just not as much value as you're hoping. Your customers are anyone who drives. In the morning, you got construction workers. In the afternoon, you've got people coming from school and from work. You're active in the community. You have a lot of traffic coming in. And millennials like healthy food, and you think it'd be beneficial to serve them more healthy foods. Products, you like things that people like, which makes sense. You're looking for a 40% margin on your products. You want to operate during peak hours, you want differentiation, and you want to implement a food service option this year.
Correct.
Brilliant. So based on what you've identified as the key attributes you're looking for, I'm going to recommend crispy crunchy chicken. Are you familiar with it?
Within reason. Never had it, but I know about it.
It's delicious. People enjoy it. But it's about 30 years old, and it's a fast food service option that focuses on Louisiana-style chicken. It's got 2,300 locations in 41 states and abroad. It's all over the place. And now, because I feel like this would be the best fit for your needs, the following conversation is going to focus on crispy crunchy chicken, but I'm also going to share the data on the Hunt Brothers Pizza, on the Subway, and on the other stores as well.
Cool.
So you mentioned how differentiation is important for you. So I want you to picture yourself driving through downtown Findlay. How many pizza places do you pass?
It's a good amount of pizza.
A good amount. And how many sub sandwich places do you pass?
3 or 4.
Okay. So, did some research, and we're looking at 9 pizza places in the Findlay area, 7 Subway or sandwich places in the area, and 6 ice cream options in the area, but only 2 chicken options. So when you mentioned that differentiation is critical for your success, looking at these numbers, I mean, which market would you rather be in?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the chicken market?
Yeah. I mean, ideally, I guess. Well, is it fried chicken? Is that what crispy crunchy chicken is?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. I mean, the other options are much easier to implement from you don't have to have grease inside the store. I'd be concerned with the smell of my convenience store with the fryer going all the time.
Yeah, well, that's a valid concern. I understand, you don't have that much room to work with.
Yeah.
You need to make sure it smells good, and if I were trying to have a pleasant atmosphere, I'd feel the same way.
Yeah.
Now, what we found, though, is that in other stores we've implemented it in, the satisfaction of the owners with the program and how it impacts the atmosphere, we're looking at 789, 7788. So the owners of the stores who've implemented this program are extremely satisfied with how it builds the atmosphere.
That's good.
So it's a valid concern, but what we've found from our other clients is that they like it, and it works for them store.
That's good.
Does that address your concern?
Yeah, I mean, I may have to smell it myself, but at least they're.
I reckon you
others are
will.
satisfied. Yeah.
All right. Now talking about customers, you mentioned that in the morning you got construction workers, and after school, after work, you got those people coming in. You want more customers. You want more people coming into the store. People are stopping for gas and then leaving. So what we did here is we also crunched some numbers on the customer loyalty index of those 6 restaurants. We're looking at Froyo, Papa John's, and Crispy Crunchy Chicken being near the top. So what that means is when individuals stop for that gas, if they're gonna buy food, they will go to your store instead of the McDonald's across the street, because they're loyal to that company, they're loyal to that food. So from a loyalty perspective, from getting people from moving from the gas into the store, one of these 3 options is probably your best bet. And based off the differentiation we talked about, it's most likely Crispy Crunchy Chicken.
Is there a way to get people aware that I have Crispy Crunchy Chicken before they get on site?
Yeah.
Or before that they're driving by? I mean, is there any way to advertise if I decide with Crispy Crunchy Chicken that people will be aware of it?
Yeah, certainly. So Crispy Crunchy Chicken actually has a store locator app, which means that as soon as you're registered with them, you'll be on it, and then all the hundreds of thousands of people driving up and down I-75 will know that your store has it, and they'll know that they can stop there for fuel and for food.
What about anything to promote it from a community perspective to start off with?
Brilliant. I'm glad you asked. So with the push towards more healthy food, especially in the millennial generation, to promote it in the community, well, that's really quite easy. So when we're looking at the macronutrient composition, Crispy Crunchy Chicken, well, it's chicken. It's low fat, low carb, high protein. So to get it implemented in the community, you can work with your local soccer teams, little rec leagues. After soccer games, they can come in for these healthy snacks instead of getting quick pizza options, which are less healthy. You can work with the local college students. When they're coming in to buy beer, well, they can get some healthy chicken too. Put off that freshman 15 as much as possible.
I didn't know fried chicken was healthy. That's good.
Fried chicken. Some numbers off their websites, my friend. Yeah, it's high protein, lightly fried, low fat, low carb.
Good.
So to get engaged with the community, lots of opportunities. And what that means for you, it's more customers, more revenue, and a more healthy Finley, which is a neat goal. And you mentioned you want to make profits throughout the peak hours. And you mentioned that some pizza options have some breakfast menus.
Yep.
Crispy Crunchy Chicken also has a breakfast menu that they offer. So you can pair it with your construction workers coming in. You can make sure that they get their needs satisfied as well. So do you think that between the breakfast options, the Crispy Crunchy Chicken lunch options and dinner options, that would have an impact on your business?
Yeah, I think that's a valuable offering slate. Definitely to differentiate my site.
Perfect. So now quickly move into product profits. Looking at profit margins, you suggested 40% was your go-to.
Yep.
And we're looking at Hunt Brothers, hits that 40%. Crispy Crunchy Chicken's at 44%. And Subway's just shy of that margin at 38%. And so when looking at these, Crispy Crunchy Chicken has the highest margins, mostly because they have no franchising costs and no royalties. In fact, through our partnership with them, they actually give you a 2% rebate on the food you buy, so it's like a reverse royalty fee.
Nice.
And to implement any of these 6 food options, you're looking at about $35 grand.
Okay.
So we had our analysts crunch the numbers on them all, and the payback period for Crispy Crunchy Chicken's opening is about 8.5 months.
Wow.
With a anticipated 142% return on investment within the first year.
So can you guys guarantee those sales? Obviously, the first 6 months were, for the other programs, didn't turn the investment I was hoping. So is this something that you guys can stand behind to recoup in 8 months?
Right. Well, I know your concern. I've had it before myself as a budding entrepreneur. You need people to stand by their numbers. What we have is the data showing the profits from the other stores who've implemented this.
Okay.
Can we guarantee it? No, but this is what the trends suggest.
Okay.
So, is there any reason we can't move forward today with this, Riley?
Do a taste test soon?
We'll set it up next week.
Perfect.
Thanks a ton.
Thank you.